Hey everyone, it's Mr. Ogle here, and welcome back to another LEGO review video. So in this video, I will be reviewing set 75978 Diagon Alley, which is from LEGO Harry Potter. So this set is recommended for ages 16 plus. It has 14 minifigures and has 5,544 pieces. So as you can see right now, this is in my LEGO city. A future city tour will come eventually. My city is just I'm starting to build it more, and it's just not perfect right now. But yeah, I will fix it eventually. But yeah, so let's start off with the minifigures. So our first minifigure we have is Harry Potter, who comes in every single Harry Potter set. He has really dark black hair. This is a very common hairpiece that we've seen a ton before. His torso print, he has a back and a front of a cool little Hogwarts robe. He has kind of darkish brown pants, and he has two faces, as you can see. So his first face is a kind of a happy face, which we've definitely seen before, but if we turn it around, we can see that he has kind of a dirty face, and that's supposed to represent when in the second movie where he goes through the flu powder to Borgin and Burke's. So our next minifigure is Hermione Granger. She has a very similar hairpiece that we've seen before, just like Harry. She has back and front printing, which is actually the same as Harry, and she also has very similar pants to Harry. She has two faces, a normal face. I'm pretty sure she has two faces. Yeah, she has a normal and a worried face. So that is Hermione. So our third minifigure is Ron Weasley. Again, he has the exact same torso printing, front and back, of both Harry and Hermione. He has kind of light bluish gray jeans. He has ginger red hair like he has in every set. He has two faces, a kind of nice little smug face, and on the back, as you can see, he has a worried face. So that's Ron. So our next minifigure is Ginny Weasley. This is, I think, the second time we've seen her. We've seen her in the Hogwarts Great Hall set before, but this is her in her normal clothing. As you can see, she has long red hair. She has a pink, kind of more magenta style shirt, or I guess sweatshirt with both the front and the back printing. She has kind of black pants, and she has an accessory that says Magical Me by Gilderoy Lockhart. As you can see, which is cool. And if we open it up, there's not really anything inside of it. It's just a blank slate. So that's her. And she has two faces, a smiling face, and I believe a kind of scared face. If we can focus. There we go. Yeah, so that's her face. So here's Molly. She is really interesting, and she's very similar to the one we got in the Burrow set. So one thing I do really like about her is that skirt. I wish it had prints, but it's a really nice piece for them to include, and it's just all brown. Her torso print's kind of nice though, which is cool. I'm not a huge fan of her hairpiece, and I feel like the one in the older sets were better fit for her, but she does have two face prints, which I'm not a huge fan of. So her first face print is a kind of just normal happy face, and if we turn her around, you can see she has a weird smirk. I don't really know why, but yeah, that's her. Here is Fred, I believe. So you get his twin in this set, so I hope this is Fred. If it's not, then it's George. It's one of them, I'll just say. So as you can see, he has a nice brownish, like kind of brown coat and pants. He has a little back printing there with some buttons. If you go back to his torso, we can see he has a nice vest with a tie that says W on it. He has a nice orange, or red, I guess, hair piece. And then he has two faces, a kind of happy face, dropping him. And then if I show you the other face, he has a normal face, which I'm pretty sure we've seen before, but not in his skin color. So then here is George Weasley. I hope it's George. I'm not sure if it is him or not, because they both look so similar. But the only difference, if we go back to his torso, is his vest is a green color instead of a orange color, and also his face print's different. He has a kind of a different smiling face, and then his back face print is awesome. It's just, he's laughing, so that's a really funny character. Here is Draco Malfoy. He is a Death Eater. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Half-Blood Prince, go watch it. It's a great movie. But anyway, he has a blonde Widow's Peak piece. He has a Slytherin robe on, which is kind of weird because he is a Slytherin robe, but the other three just have a normal Hogwarts robe, so I don't know what's up with that. He has short black legs, and he has 2 face prints, a smirk and an angry face. So that's Draco Malfoy. Here is Lucius Malfoy, father of Draco Malfoy. He has long blonde hair, which is cool. His accessory is a cool little cane. He has a cool torso printing, and his face is Lex Luthor's face, which is kind of funny. But yeah, if we turn it around, how did I do that? Sorry. Technical difficulties. If we turn it around, he's the only character in the set that does not have an alternate face print, so that's kind of interesting. Here's Florian Fortescue. This is probably the most obscure character because we never actually see him in the movie. He's in the book, but we don't know what he looks like. So he has the same hairpiece as Ollivander, but in a dark brown. He has a cool orange kind of colored vest and brown pants. He has a spoon as an accessory, and he has 2 faces, I'm pretty sure. He has a normal smiling face and a serious face. So that's him. Here is the Daily Prophet photographer, another kind of obscure one, but not as obscure as Florian, because we actually see this guy. He has a nice hair hat combo, which I love, which is really, really, really cool. And I'm pretty sure, does he have an alternate face? He does. He has a serious face and a happy face, really short legs, cool striped screen shirt, and he has a cool camera accessory, which is really, really cool. Here is Garrick Ollivander, and sorry if you saw something weird, the camera just dropped, but yeah, he is kind of fine. I mean, he has a kind of maroon, dark red, whatever you want to call it, torso print. He has gray pants. He has a wand box piece, which is cool, and it actually does have a wand in it. If you want to see, there's a cool brown wand in there. And I don't really like his hairpiece. It's a gray one that is cool, but then he has 2 faces, a normal face and a weird, I don't even know what that kind of face is, but yeah. And last but certainly not least is my favorite in the set, Gilderoy Lockhart. They did such a good job with this guy. So he has a really cool blue, or not blue, like I guess violet and yellow cape. He has this cool violet pants and a violet jacket. He is holding a copy of Magical Me, which we won't see because Ginny already had the same one. But yeah, and then he has a nice hairpiece and 2 facial. He has a nice confident face, and then also this really cute worried face. So he is so amazing. Hey guys, so spoiler alert really quickly, there's a 21st bag or box in this set, and there's something cool in there that's gonna be kind of a secret. So if you don't have this set yet, or you're like building it right now but you haven't done it, there's a timestamp right here, and it's also in the description, so skip ahead when that's at that point so you won't see what this is. So yeah, here is what is actually in the 21st box. It's this cool little, I guess, plaque in a way that says, "Welcome Harry to Diagon Alley, Rubius Hagrid, Lego Harry Potter." So that's pretty cool. Very, very simple build, very easy to do it, but you do get 2 minifigures. So we have Harry here, who, and by the way, he has the same facial expressions as the normal Harry we also get, so I'm not going to go over that. He's just similar, except he has a cool plaid blue torso print. And then also we get Rubius Hagrid. Broke it. But yeah, he's the same one we get from the Great Hall set. He only has, I believe, one, if you can see his face, he only has 1 face print, but that's his real face. So yeah, that's him, pretty cool. So we're gonna start from left to right with all 4 buildings. So it's basically the one I built first, the one I just finished building. The first one is Ollivander's and Scribulus. So we're gonna show you the exterior first. Here's Scribulus. There's a little candlestick right here. Here's the sign that says Scribulus, which is a sticker. We have something that says Scribulus writing implements, I believe. If you can see from the side, there's more signs that says Fear of Flying Classes. I don't know if you can see it. Right here, it says Galleon for Reading. And as you can see, right here on the top is Hedwig being attached to a chimney trying to deliver a letter, which I think is really cool. We get 2 more owls right here. We get a brown one, which is the same one that appeared in the burrow, and also a tan one, so that's cool. For Ollivanders, we have 2 large windows, which I really like these window designs. And we have a sign that says O for Ollivanders. Really cool. Here's the path, by the way. I don't know if I saw it, but the path is this cool cobblestone. And the last detail for the front of this thing is the cool chimneys. This one is supposed to be tilted but this one is straight, so that's cool. So that's the front of it. So here's the interior for quality, or not quality quick supplies, for Scribulets and Ollivanders. So we're gonna start with Ollivanders. As you can see, there's this nice big staircase here, which is cool. Cool brick built staircase. And if you see inside deeper, here is a desk where Mr. Ollivander is coming. It looks like there's a quill piece, so it looks like he's writing a letter. There's a cash register here, which has a sticker on it, which is cool. And as you can see right here on this wall, a ton of brick built, and some are normal little wand box pieces. So some, like I said, some are brick built. Broke apart, but yeah, some are brick built, as I said, and some are normal. I'll fix that later. And also, one thing that's cool is that you can slide the staircase there and back. If we go up a level, for Ollivanders, we have this ladder here, which is supposed to get to all the wands, which is cool. We have a nice little chair that swivels around, a candlestick, and some more wand boxes. So that's pretty much it for the interior of Ollivanders. There's also a door, and some more wand boxes, and you can see a candle there. So there's just some shots of the interior. For Scribulus, yeah, this is kind of an obscure store, but you see this nice little table with a oil lamp, a red quill, and another paper, which is the same, which was on Ollivander's desk. Here is I believe, a shelf, and on that shelf we have some quills, some paper, some ink on the bottom, and some more quills, both in white and red. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a scroll back here in the display window for that. And then the upstairs is kind of weird. There's a fireplace right here, but no fire in it, but it's still pretty cool. We have a brick built rug, this cool sofa with this nice sticker, and then we have a little dresser with a skull and a potion. So that's kind of weird that I guess someone died, but that's cool for the interior of this one. So here is the next building, which is the Quality Quidditch Supplies and Daily Profit. Honestly, this is probably my least favorite building in terms of exterior. It's not that impressive. So first, on the ground floor, we have the path that we see again. Here's the Daily Profit. You know, there's this really cool arch, and there's a sticker of the Daily Profit. There's also this nice door, and this is one of the only few doors on the side that opens outward. There's a door for the Quality Quidditch Supplies that opens inward. Here's this weird, like, I guess the mezzanine or whatever. It's kind of like tilted a little bit, if you can see. So you could put it up like this, but yeah, it just goes right down there. But as you can see, there's stickers that say Quality Quidditch Supplies, and this cool little thing with a golden snitch and 2 bludgers. So then if we move on up, this is why I don't like the exterior. This pink just sticks out so much, and I really am not a fan of it. So that's kind of annoying. If we tilt it, you can see this Quidditch sign right here next to a sign that says the Daily Profit, and then there's one more sign, actually. It might be hard to see, that says Hogwarts. But yeah, that's that. The roof is also pretty cool. These I'm pretty sure were from the Stranger Things set. They're printed, cool little newspapers on windows. We have some papers on the roof randomly here, and we have this little garage thing that we've seen before. So that's that. So here's the interior, and this is, out of the 4 buildings, 2 of them have triple levels of interior, and this is one of them. So as you can see, we're going to start on the ground floor. This is Quality Quidditch Supplies. There's a bunch of bats for the beaters to go, so they can buy some bats. There's a mannequin right here that I'm going to take out really quick of a Hufflepuff player. Really cool. His broomstick's really cool. But yeah, he's cool. Here is, guess it's supposed to be the firebolt, how, you know, they display it right there and Harry goes to look at it. And we have some robes for each house down there. Then the other thing on the first floor is, as you can see, the Daily Profit. Don't really like this building. Inside there's, it just broke apart, but there's this newspaper thing, which is supposed to be like how there's a bunch of newspapers, even though there's not a ton of newspapers, but that's in there. And then there's also a print with a bunch of, I guess, just posters on there. But that's really it for the Daily Profit. The other thing is that there's a spider web right here with a cool spider in the middle, but that's it. There's not much else. And then for over here, in the Daily Prophet, there's a little sign that says, feel free to test fly any of our brooms. And there's 2 broomsticks right there. Don't know what they are, but they're cool. And we also have a cool little Ravenclaw mannequin, which is cool. If we bring it out, we can see that it has a nice blue color. And it's pretty much the same as the Hufflepuff, except it does not come with a broomstick. So that's pretty cool. And then there's a chest full of some, I think they're bludgers. They're not quaffles. They might be quaffles, but I'm not sure. And we have a chest with more robes. So the last thing of the interior of it is the roof, the attic area. So this is a rat. We have a cheese slope right here, which is of course cheese, 2 boxes, and a bunch of newspapers. So that is the interior. So the next building is Florian Fortescue's Ice Cream Parlor and Flourish and Blot. So as you can see in front of Flourish and Blot, there are 2 bins full of books. That's what they're supposed to represent. Here is a little ice cream table with 2 little cool chairs that use like teeth as legs, and also a cool little goblet of ice cream there. As you can see, there's this nice little awning, which I love, and it uses lipstick pieces to like kind of support it, if you can see. I don't know how well that will focus, but yeah. On top of it, there's this nice weird kind of like, it's a seat, but it's on the roof to represent the ice cream parlor next to a lantern. We have this nice little window that can open, and the roof is really nice. I love the roof for this one. It's really nice and smooth, so that's good. For Flourish and Blots, though, like I said, the book bins, there's these nice tile pieces and a door that can open. There's these 4 little signs here that say bookseller, reading room, bookseller, bookbinders, just a bunch of weird signs. And then there's the sign, the Flourish and Blot sign, which is really nice, in green. There's 2 gargoyles up here, which have this cool little dragon piece. So those are cool. And here's the roof, which is nice and smooth again. So that is the exterior. So now this is the interior of both the buildings. So we'll start with Flourish and Blots. So first, this is actually a side build, but it's not really. This is like a stand where Lockhart can sign books, but it's still a nice inclusion. I just put it in there. But other in Flourish and Blocks, we have this cool little bookcase. I don't know if you can see it well, but yeah. And next to a stack of books, which uses this weird piece, this clear piece right here, to kind of support it. So that is pretty interesting. Next to it, we have a display for Magical Me. So that's cool. And then the staircase, you can actually bring down. So a minifigure can go up there. And when you go up there, there's a sign that says Flourish and Blots. And there's a little case with a book here. And this book has the Wingardium Leviosa thing in it. So that is pretty cool. There's some more books, a lantern, and more bookshelf. So overall, there's just a bunch of books in here. And next to it, this is the ice cream parlor, giving me diner vibes. Pretty cool. There's a chart right here that says, if I read it, it says Fortescue's ice cream, today's suggestions, and just some ice cream flavors right there. And here's a cool little, I guess there's a shelf with a bunch of goblets and like glasses for your ice cream on it, and along with this weird thing, which I don't really know what it is, but it's there. And then on the top, we have a nice little area, a cool couch, and then a tea area and a cool lamp. So that's it for that interior. And here is the last building, and probably the best building, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. So there's a bunch of stuff to gush over here. As you can see, if we turn it to the side, there are some advertisements for Jinx Off, their little signal, and the edible dark mark. Right here, there's a cool lantern here, and also some signs. This one says Always Wheeze Guaranteed. This one just says Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. This one says Shenanigans for All. And this one up here says Disastrous Delights. And if we turn it this way, you can see the giant statue of one of the Weasleys up here. And it says Masterpieces of Modern Magic around there. It says Weasley's Wizard Wheezes down here. And here it says Petrifying, or here it says The Best in Jesting. And this says Petrifying Products. And also right here is Nocturne Alley Entrance, which has a cool little window right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the exterior. Really, really cool. And here is the beautiful interior of the Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. There's a lot going on here, but we'll start out with the love potion stand. This is a side build. This is pretty cool, and it has a bunch of heart pieces in it, which are supposed to represent the scene when Ginny and Hermione are admiring the love potions to try and fall in love with others. On the ground floor, there is this cool little thing, which is actually a cash register. And there's a bunch of just randomly toys and joke stuff. There's some stuff, potions, a globe piece, a bunch of awesome pieces, and I really like that. There's some sparkles, there's some just all over pieces. Here is a dancing Doxy sticker piece. If we move on up, there's these balloons right here, and I gotta warn you guys, these love to fall off very easily, so yeah, that's kind of a problem. More stuff, there's some lollipops in the bin right here. We have a ton of Fred Weasley's basic Blaze boxes, and just more stuff, goblets, joke stuff, more stuff. And then on the top shelf, this is actually cool. This is a geode right here, which is a nice inclusion. And we get more boxes and just a ton of stuff that are supposed to represent his toys, some action figures. So yeah, it's really wild. There's some staircases, and yeah, that's Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. So overall, I really do like this set. Might be one of the best Harry Potter sets of all time, and I think it's definitely way better than the old one because this one has more buildings, and I feel like the architecture of the buildings is better. So yeah, so some things this set does right. For once, I love these base plates that it comes on. I think that's a really smart decision to include base plates in a licensed set like Harry Potter. You know, we never see that in Star Wars or like any other theme, but this is really nice how we have base plates. Another thing that I really do like is just how unique all the buildings are. Like, there's different build styles, as you can see, for each building, and I really appreciate that. I feel like they put a lot of time and work in it. So that's a lot of good stuff. The interior is also really good. I feel like there's a ton of spaces for you to play with your minifigures in there. So now let's get to the negatives. There is only 2 negatives I have. The first negative is honestly the minifigures. I'm sorry, this might be a hot take, but I personally am not very fond of the minifigures in this set. The only ones I like are Professor Lockhart. The photographer is pretty cool. Fred and George, I guess, pretty cool. But really, other than that, they're not really amazing. A lot of the figures are kind of bland, honestly, and that's one of the problems I have. There's a lot of stickers in this set, which, I mean, a lot of sets have that. But another thing is the price is a little high. It's not the worst price ever. It's not as bad as some of those Star Wars prices that we see a ton nowadays. And usually Harry Potter is good about pricing stuff. This feels a little much for $400. It's a little much, so basically it means that each of the buildings basically $100, which I feel like this should have been more closer to $350 or something like that, but it's not a huge issue. So overall, this set is a probably out of 10, I would say an 8.5 or an 8. It's really good, and I would get this for any diehard Harry Potter fan. But yeah, that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you all later. Bye!